districts. You got to look at where they're coming from. Look at their states or look at their districts. If they're senators, look at their states.
Well,
if
here's
they're
what
House
I
members,
also
look
don't
at their
understand.
districts.
How are they calling those seats so early? They called them on the 3rd when they had millions of votes. They hadn't even counted yet.
Because they know the state, the demographics of the state. Yeah,
I
remember,
hope it flips.
they really do know what, I mean, I would say outside of 2016, they really are able to zone in on, say, an area and say, we know that we're going to get so many votes from this. They are able to get that kind of data based on all of the data that they've had historically, all combined. They get a very clear picture. So that's how they know. That's how they can do it. And then you take that historical data and mix it with exit polling, you get a very good picture. Now, is it a picture clear enough for news organizations to stick their neck out and say it, call it, and move on? Well, as we're seeing with NBC, not necessarily.
Right.
Not all, but some of them, like AP, they called stuff way early.
Yeah, they're at 264, whereas NBC is at 253.
That's what I'm saying. It's a matter of, it's more now an editorial choice, not a data choice, because they're sitting there probably with the exact same data. But as Hans and Menelek were saying, what did Fox News know to make some of the calls they were making?
Right.
Because they were making calls that the rest of the news was not making. And Trump was reacting to it, to what they were putting on TV.
My friend from Australia messaged me this morning and she said, okay, I need some explanation because we don't understand what's going on. We are seeing these numbers from the AP, but then our media, the Australian media, is reporting different numbers. And they're reporting the same numbers as NBC and ABC and CBS.
Well, they're probably getting their numbers from them.
And I said to them, said to her, this is what happens after you make an on-air gaffe, and you gotta do all this. It was a big mess back in Bush v. Gore, and so now they're gun shy. They don't do that anymore, and they want more definitive numbers before they make it. The AP, they can say without so much drama. And so she's like, oh, that makes so much more sense now. She said they keep showing on Australian TV Trump's tirades. And she's like, he's going to have a stroke. And I'm like, all right.
I don't think you guys understand that he lives to do the tirade. He's not going to die because he did a tirade. He's going to keep living longer because he did the tirade. That's what he lives for. That's what he likes to do. It's how he does all of what he does. Who cares? The problem is, to me, who are the people that think Trump is a good idea for the country?
I don't know.
And if you think, and I've seen a lot, because this is why I was asking on Facebook, what do we do? Do we unfriend these people, stop following these people? Do we stop having the conversation with these people? What happens? Because to me, people that I may have thought were liberal leaning, then all of a sudden, based on their posts, based on the things I'm seeing from them, I haven't talked to them personally, and then all of a sudden you start seeing, Trump stuff, and then you start seeing, this is why I'm voting for Trump, and they're putting it out there, and it's like, one, why do that? But, because, your vote is your vote. You don't have to tell anybody anything. But, do I really want to have conversations with these people anymore? This is how they really believe? I saw one person said, they were talking about all the stuff for Trump, and they had this big long list of all the things that they believed, and then one of the things was fuck Black Lives Matter, and it was like, what?
Yeah.
This person works with black people, works around black people. It's like, huh?
Yeah.
And then when you saw the comments, it was like, that's what everybody zoned in on. It wasn't all the other stuff, because all the other stuff, it's like, yeah, you could kind of go anyway on policies or economics or all this other stuff. But why did you come out against that? And then it was like, look at the news, look what they're doing. They're some radical organization. It's like, whoa. I mean, the sentiment seems like you would be okay with. And they had what did they put? They put something like all innocent lives matter. It's just like, huh? Don't all lives matter? I mean, if you're gonna say anything, doesn't just life matter? You know, if you're gonna take that stand, you know. But it was just like, how should we, as a social group of people online, deal with the idea that the people that you thought were, if we have to choose sides, the people that you thought were on your side turn out to be for the very guy that you don't want there?
Well,
what do you do with that?
Here's where I struggle, because a lot of my family on one side are Trump supporters. But one of them that was backing Trump and saying all lives matter is the mother of black children. And I don't know how you square that circle. I mean, I get the idea that all lives matter. I get that. But all lives should have always mattered. It shouldn't be once Black Lives Matter start saying that out loud, that the reaction to that is not only do Black Lives Matter, but all lives matter. It's like, but if that was the case, then why were you killing black folks at the beginning? If all lives matter. You see, the all lives matter is almost a call that, no, it's not only black lives, it's all lives. But if that's the case, black lives, Hispanic lives, well, I saw this.
Inuit lives, everybody supposedly mattered, so why then are you attacking those people? Why are you aligning yourself with people that would hurt, attack, kill? I was talking about police officers yesterday, because in the book it says something about police officers protect, or they looked it up. What does a police officer do? And I was like, I wish that was true in the United States. Like, I wish I felt that way. But the scariest thing that can happen is a police officer pull me over. That is the scariest moment that I can have in the United States today. And that's not like a new phenomenon. It's been that way for a while.
I really, really, truly thought we were going to see someone murdered while we were in the U.S.
We almost did.
We
almost did. We had the guns were drawn and the guy was on the other side of the vehicle on the ground with nothing in his hands, with his hands up, and they had all their guns were pointed in our direction, because between us and the cops was the car and the guy. And so if they would have started shooting, the strays would have came right at us. So we were pretty close to seeing somebody get blown away, or at least
they had 5 guns pointed on the van.
Yep.
Rifle, handguns,
shotgun.
When we were in London, the driver that picked us up from the airport and took us to the first hotel, he said he didn't believe that black lives were in danger by the police in the United States. And I said, I can show you the video that I took on my phone from the living room, because he was a Indian man, and he was saying how he didn't believe that it was innocent.
Oh, that's right. You were in a different car.
I was in a different car. That those who were being murdered by the police and all the other shit by the police, he didn't believe that they were innocent.
Well, yeah, because police don't just kill people.
Right, that's what he said. And I said, I can show you the video. I have it here on my phone. It's from my mother-in-law's living room. And he was like, what? I said, the man literally didn't do anything. Apparently, when I finally got the full story, he was driving a new vehicle, hadn't been able to get into the Secretary of State to get the tags yet. The tags that were on the vehicle were not expired. hired, the temporary ones, he was driving a new car.
Then why did they?
And he turned to get away from the police, and they found it suspicious, and so they followed him. And he was afraid.
What happened to the other guy in the car with the gun?
There was no other guy in the car.
No, I'm saying that's what they were saying.
That's
what they were worried about.
There was no other guy in the car with a gun.
And they were saying that there was another guy in the car, because they were talking on the radios. They were saying that there was another guy in the car with a gun that had shot at someone.
There was nobody.
That's the story that I was hearing just standing on the porch.
Nope, there was nothing.
Anyway, I can't deal with that. I got enough Trump stuff. I got enough of Trump's America.
Yep, I don't want to go back. I don't want to stay here.
That's going to be a conversation for another podcast. All right. Where's Aaron? Aaron! You got to bring him out for the end. You got anything else? Aaron, you got anything for the people? Nope. You might want to bend down a bit because right now you're being cut off. There you go. Yep. Work them thigh muscles, boy. Come on. Yeah. Horse stance. Sister Phoebe's so proud of you right now. Not really, but you know, we'll just pretend that you are.
Very harshly chastised me.
I think that's what you need, though. Actually, a little chastisement. That's a Last Poets reference. All right. If you want to follow the trend, we're on Pandora. I got the message yesterday while I was in class. We're on Pandora. Alright, if you want to follow the Traveling Farrs, you can find us at the YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, and I'm not saying the rest because if you get a podcast somewhere, we're probably on it. Nope, I'm not saying it anymore. I'm not gonna say Spotify, and I'm not gonna say Google Podcasts, and I'm not gonna say Pandora and FM and blah blah. No, not gonna happen anymore. I'm taking it off the list. When you want a podcast,
just Google.
Wherever you get your podcast, we're probably there.
We're probably there. I did a search today.
If you like in all those places, we're probably the Traveling Farrs. If you like the Instagram or the Twitters, we are Traveling Farrs. If you like the email, to go to the mommy, travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space, thetravelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the Blueberry. You can go there and get all the old episodes. You can even search. The search is it's okay, but you can definitely get everything, all the way back to 2017. All of it on there, all the audio. Go over to the YouTube if you want to see the episodes that have posted on the YouTubes. Like I said before, we have a significant backlog now in the end of year of 2020, so we're going to try to get those up as soon as we can get the interwebs going in the home spaces, and there you go.
And don't forget to check out our Patreon, patreon.com/thetravelingfarrs. We got things for you.
Oh my.
Check out our merch shops. We all have new merch.
Merch. All the merch shops are in the description. No, they're not. No, they're not. On the Blueberry, they're not on there. They're on the YouTube.
And they're on the Facebook. You go to our Farrs Fashion and you go to the Traveling Farrs. There are links.
Can they see all the stores?
There are links to them, yes.
All of them. I think.
Instagram too.
And they are linked. The shop is linked on Instagram.
I just thought about that. Yeah, on the Blueberry, you're not seeing that, and I don't know if we can put that. I think we can though. So maybe I'll start trying to put that onto the Blueberry so that you can have the links right there, and you can click right from listening and go on over to the shops. Bunch of stuff. We each one of us has a shop so that you can see different designs that come from us. What about the
Cash App?
We got the Cash App. GoFundMe. What is the Cash App and the PayPal?
The Cash App is $, the Traveling Farrs, and PayPal is the Traveling Farrs.
And the GoFundMe is still going.
The Traveling Farrs. Just Google or just search.
So all the money is coming in to try to keep us going because we need new camera and we need the hot lights and
Oh, I forgot
all that
to
good
tell you.
stuff.
A friend of mine is moving to Cape Town in January.
So,
She is.
Yeah, that's where Cape Town is.
She has a house with a guest house and a pool. We have been invited.
I don't want to be invited. Can we live there?
We can teach our kids.
Can we take a bus there?
We cannot take a bus.
Why not?
you kidding me? She would die
Thank you, Aaron.
You'd be alright.
of starvation.
You'd be alright.
Dehydration.
You'd be alright.
Heat stroke.
You'd be fine. Is there a train we can take?
I don't know about that, but I
Train
think-
from
Straight up forgot we were in Africa.
I told you. I said it weeks ago. Is Egypt in Africa?
You were like, we can take a bus. I was like, we're in another country, dude. We can't go to South
Africa.
Africa.
We can't just go across a continent.
Crazy, you have to get on a plane.
No, you don't have
And
to
the
get on a
flights were
plane.
pretty
We
expensive.
could walk.
We could not.
We
The
could.
flights are pretty
Just
expensive.
wanted to die a horrible
I mean, it's
slow
definitely a
death.
long distance. But if it was a train, that might be not a bad ride. It'd be kind of fun to ride through the continent, through many different countries. But I have a feeling that might be.
A week or two.
Well, I mean, so what? It used to be a week or whatever just to get across the United States at one time on the train. But imagine the views and the pictures and the stuff that you get. I mean, the experience. It's not about the destination. It's just about the traveling,
Right.
and you just enjoy the travel. All right, I think that's it. We're out of here.
I'm applying for a job.
Say goodbye to the people.
Bye, people. Have a great day.
Go ahead and say goodbye. Peace.
I can't make the fries unless I bake them.
No, just turn the oil on. Just turn them on. I'll do the rest.